Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into this article, and I seen it from one of the brothers posted on YouTube, how it went into basically how the government, well, different states, 4 different states, they want to change the definition and the meaning behind homicide to include abortion. Abortion being murder is what they want to go into. And I'm going to just read a couple of it, get a couple scriptures. And this is from TheGuardian.com. It says, as Trump returns, state lawmakers pursue bills that would treat abortion as homicide. And this is nothing new, because abortion is not even, that's completely against the scripture. It's completely against the design that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has set up. Okay, the Lord created the concept and the process of giving birth as a way to forward life on earth. So then when you start bringing things like abortion and aborting the baby, killing the baby off, because people think just because it's not born, there's no life there. But that's not true, you know. That's not true at all. That doesn't even make sense, But then again, people don't even understand they don't understand how the body of a man works. They don't understand how the body of a woman works. Women don't, people don't even understand how their own body works, let alone the other sex. So the whole concept of giving birth and giving life is completely destroyed here. America and Babylon the Great, ultimately being under Esau Edom's rulership, he puts death. He glorifies death. And that's a part of what he does. That's who he is. A part of his traits to glorify death, completely against the design of Yahweh by Shem Shah. So it says, as Trump returns, state lawmakers pursue bills that would treat abortion as homicide. Now, they got to make laws just to say that killing the baby off before it's born is considered murder. They got to make laws just to consider that. But this is what you get for living under, when you live under the wicked, Said red state legislators have also introduced a slew of bills targeting abortion pills and minors' access to the procedure. And it says legislators in at least 4 states have introduced bills this year that would change the legal definition of homicide to include abortion. Proposals that pave the way for states to charge abortion patients with murder, meaning anyone who gets an abortion can be charged with murder. Any woman, obviously, because women are the ones that are giving birth. I don't know why they said abortion patients. They could have just said women, you know. But let's see. Let's scroll down. It says with Donald Trump returning to power in in DC, abortion rights supporters and opponents are waiting to see how the new president will handle one of the most divisive issues in U.S. life. See, in U.S. life, meaning this is an issue that's going on predominantly over here in America, because this is the mother of wickedness. This is this is where all this wickedness and the concept of wickedness begins. The spread across the four corner of earth, westernization. What I'm saying, this idea that's under the concept of westernization. All of this is being pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, and it's a major issue over here. This is just another reason why the Lord is going to destroy this place. But it says, but red state lawmakers have already filed a host of anti-abortion proposals over the last few weeks. Let me get a couple scriptures. This is Jeremiah 51. I'm going to start at 6. It says, Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Right. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Don't be cut off in her punishment. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, meaning because we understand we physically got to get out of this place, but we know that the physical salvation or physical deliverance is going to come through Yahweh Shah, when he returns with the heavenly host. But we got to also let this place go. You know, America is through. There is no saving it, because you really have a lot of people who's fully invested or still invested into this place. There's going to be some people that see these articles, see these legislation, these bills that's being proposed, and they're going to have some thoughts and feelings about it to the point to where it causes them to really want it to happen or want it to not happen. We can care less about what's going to happen, because we know the purpose of this Lord, purpose of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is to destroy this place. That's his whole mindset. We want to see anything that's gonna cause prophecy to further, so we can get out of here. That's what we want to see. You know, we ain't invested in this place. We're already detached from Babylon the Great, from America, and the things of this place, the things it got to offer, because it's all gonna be destroyed anyway. Verse 7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right. The nations have drunken of her wine, meaning the other nations have dabbled and incorporated westernization into their beliefs in their way of life. And it said the nations have gone mad. Their nations are mad. So now they're living just as wicked as the people over here in America, in Babylon the Great. This is Revelations 18, starting at verse 2. It said, well, I'm starting at 1. It says, And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, uh, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, Salakia, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. I'm reading in the AMP. And he shouted with a mighty voice, saying, Fallen, fallen, certainly to be destroyed is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling place for demons, a dungeon hunted by every unclean spirit, and a prison for every unclean and loathful bird. I'm gonna read both of these in both versions. I'm gonna read the KJV first, verse 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right. So all the nations have incorporated westernization into their way of life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, some way, shape, form, or fashion. They have dealt with America, made deals, made alliances with her, did dirt with her. Um, you said, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, so they dealt with Babylon the Great in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and took on some of their ways, some of the ways of the Americans, westernization, like I said. And said, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Right. So, and they make money off of the people, the inhabitants over here in Babylon, the Great America. Read in the AMP, it says, For all the nations have drunk from the wine of the passion of her sexual immorality. Right. Sexual immorality, that whole alphabet, transformers, all this wickedness that's going on over here in Babylon the Great. And again, incorporating westernization, put feminism, because feminism, all of that is under the concept of westernization as well, you know. All of this. Women thinking that they have a choice, my body, my choice, this, that, and the third. All of that falls under that, in that category of westernization. So that all the nations have drunk of the wine of her passion, of her sexual immorality, and the kings and political leaders of the earth have committed immorality with her, and the merchants of the earth have become rich by the wealth and economic power of her uh, sensuous luxury. Right. All the things that America, Babylon the Great has to offer, and making money off of the people over here in Babylon the Great. You know, read verse 17, 1 and 2. This is chapter 17, Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So there it is again. The inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine and the indoctrination, the westernization, the culture of America. They have really incorporated these ways into their own. So now all the nations are becoming just as wicked as America, as Babylon the Great. And I want to get there was a point I was looking at. What is that? Okay, Revelation 17 and 5. I should just scroll down. Uh, I'll read down verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Right. The woman the woman that's sitting on the beast is representation of America. The beast is representation of NATO and the EU. This whole system that they have set up, you know. NATO and the EU is 7 heads and the 10 horns, which is going into all the allies, the other countries that's allied with Babylon the Great. It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, the same golden cup that the Lord said that Babylon has been a golden cup in his hand, meaning he used America to ultimately allow Esau to further all this wickedness in the earth, to do all the things in the earth, because it's Yahweh Shai, it's first and foremost Yahweh Shai's duty to clean up the whole earth, to clean up all this mess, that's been made with these other nations ruling and how they've been destroying the earth. So it said, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. I'm gonna read that in the AMP. It says, the woman was dressed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold, precious stones, and pearls. And she was holding in her hand a gold cup full of abominations and the filth of her sexual immorality. Verse 5, here go the point. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlot and abominations of the earth. Right. This is the source. Well, I'm gonna read that in the AMP. It says, and on her forehead a name was written, a mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of the prostitutes, false religions, hearsays, and of the abominations of the earth. Right. So it's letting you know where a lot of the sources of a lot of these problems, the problems on the earth, where it's coming from. Babylon the Great, America. You know. So going back to that article, going back to this paragraph, it said with Donald Trump returning to power in Washington D.C., abortion rights supporters and opponents are waiting to see how the new president will handle one of the most divisive issues in the U.S. life. Let me look at that word divisive, tending to cause disagreement or hostility between people. Right. So causing hostility, a major issue and Babylon the Great, where people have opposing opinions to the point to where it can get hostile, you know. And they talking about they want to see how he's going to be able to deal with it. It says plaguing its issues in the U.S. like issues over here in Babylon the Great. But this is the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, you know. This is the place where all this stuff is going forth. Westernization has completely destroyed the earth. American culture has completely destroyed the earth, you know, and it's all under Esau Edom's rulership. So going back to Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right? So even though this is the only, you know, because the point is going into over here in America, Babylon the Great, but America has been the key factor in all the problems that's been going on in the earth and all the problems that's been going on in other countries. Yeah, again, all this is under Esau Edom's rulership, which is why the Lord told us to forsake this place, because this place will destroy us. This place will completely destroy us. This is Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, but this is not your rest. This is not the place where Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said he was going to establish the kingdom and righteousness was going to reign. You know, this is not that place. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. The issues that's going on over here in America should not even be up for debate. And there is no reason why you should even have laws to try to consider, to try to make abortion murder. Like that doesn't even make sense, you know. But this is where we live at, you know. Like I said, uh this place is not our rest. America is not our rest. It's not the place where we're going to be able to live and thrive as a nation. You know, it's the place where we was come to serve punishment and to suffer, you know. So the Lord is letting us know, like, look, detach from this place. Because he going to physically deliver us from here. Yahweh Shai is going to physically deliver us. But we got to detach from this place because this is not the place where Yahweh Shai is going to rule. Yahweh Shai is not going to rule as king over here in Babylon the Great. You know, this place is going to be completely, utterly destroyed. So going back to that Jeremiah 51, I'm going to read down to it. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Right. Uh, Verse 8 in the K8 AMP. Babylon has suddenly fallen and is shattered. Well for her, if you care to. Get balm for her incurable pain. Perhaps she may be healed. Because people are wondering and investing into how Trump is going to go forward with fixing the issues or how he's going to further cause more issues to people's lives over here in Babylon the Great. This place is over with. It's through. It ain't no coming back, you know? It ain't nothing they can do to bring America back to life. America is dying. It's on its deathbed. And it's going to be burned with thermonuclear missiles. And all the people that's over here that's not of the elect is going to feel the wrath of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. Right, so Babylon the Great, it said we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, meaning this place, it has no chance of coming back. It has no chance of thriving on the earth. There's nothing that can be done for America, for the Lord to forgive this land and forgive Esau Edom and say, okay, I'll let it stay. You know, I change what I purpose to do to this place. There's nothing that can be done. This place is through. You know, there's only one thing left for it, and that's all the judgment that's coming through Jacob's trouble, and then the thermonuclear missiles. You know, so with the whole four states trying to make laws, and just that one law about trying to consider abortion as murder, like it's too late for all that. it's too late. It's no hope. It's no hope because none of that's going to be going on in the kingdom of heaven. We're not even going to allow it to start, you know. So, Lord will, this was the edifying lesson. Just want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders to GMS, to rule well. Peace, love, and salutation to the brothers that they're pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time, shalom.